Hi there, this is Josh. I saw Alien Romulus last night and I came out fired up. And I wanted to record a review right there in my car after the movie like I do sometimes, but I'm not happy with the lighting in those situations. So I said, I'll wait till the morning and that way I can put my thoughts together anyway. This is a really fun and excellent, unnecessary Alien movie. Made by Fede Alvarez, horror director. Well, we've had a lot of takes on Alien over the years, and even Ridley Scott himself has come back and kind of gone for the cerebral, thinking man's Alien and tried to explore the origins and the backgrounds and the themes. This is not that. This is a straight up horror action thriller movie set in the Alien universe, and I guess in the way that The Force Awakens kind of captured the aesthetic of the original Star Wars with kind of a non-CGI, a very practical, a very kind of gritty, film grainy way, tried to capture the feeling of the original Star Wars. I'd say that's comparably what Alien Romulus does. Is it really wants to play around and deliver that aesthetic of the original Alien movie and stuff from the whole franchise. There's a lot of references here. They don't all land. Maybe I'll talk about that a little bit. There may or may not need to be a spoiler discussion for this movie because there's some things I definitely want to talk about that I can't. But overall, this was an incredibly inventive, loud, genuinely scary good time in the Alien universe. And only a few of the legacy buttons rubbed me the wrong way. For the most part, I was just like, oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that's smart. Oh, that's clever. The way that it takes familiar situations, familiar, elements, and then consistently finds interesting new pathways into them, and new, clever, unexpected ways to startle the audience and to build dread. I've said before, I don't know if I said it in a video or if I've only been saying it in person. My only lament in seeing, the marketing made this look very good, and a kind of baggage-free, fun horror movie, alien movie, thrill ride looked like what the doctor ordered. My only complaint was that the cast is like all young, hot people, and to me, part of the Alien aesthetic, especially from those first two films, is like middle-aged, kind of like working class, grungy people, not young, hot people. Sigourney Weaver is totally hot, and you could argue. I'm not saying that she's not. I'm just saying like the aesthetic, the feel, the vibe of the characters was that they were just people doing a job, and that's here, but they're young, and there's a little more of like a emotional undercurrent, like the characters have this kind of sobby backstory and these hopeful dreams that they take with them into this story, and I don't know that that's necessary. They don't overdo it. It's not overplayed. It's fine. It does work. Also, it pays off, and I think that the characters are good, especially so. Kaylee Spaney is the main character. Rain, I believe, is her name, and she has a brother whose name is Andy, and he is kind of, this may be a spoiler, but I think this is in the marketing, that he is a synthetic, an alien. They have the synthetic persons, as he prefers to be called. I think they call them androids or something, colloquially in the universe. And the relationship between those two characters is really fresh and interesting, and what they do, knowing the history of Alien and the synthetic characters in Alien, there's an arc and a story. This goes to places that were really cool and unexpected. That was an element that worked for me. There, I don't want to go beat by beat, and I don't want to spoil anything. I'll hint at a couple things. It is, I've already said, it's so inventive, and it's just like set piece after set piece, where a familiar alien thing happens, but in a way that is accelerated or slightly remixed. There are, though, intentional homages, references, pastiches to specific alien things from other movies, and not all of those work. There is, and this would have to, I'll only hint at this, I'll talk about it maybe if I do a spoiler talk. There is a, there's often a legacy character who appears in these kind of Lego sequel things. And the way that is done here, the appearance of a legacy character, I'll say the appearance of a legacy character is not handled well, and I did not like it. And it's only a tiny element of the movie, but it really didn't work for me. And then there is, in the tradition of Alien, there's like a what would be a satisfying ending, and then there of course has to be a tacked on like extra half of an act at the end when all that is subverted and something else happens. And I actually found that like the first ending would have been enough. It was very satisfying. And also what they do in that tacked on extra ending is exactly what was done already in one of the lesser Alien movies. So maybe the idea was, let's just do it better. Let's just redeem this idea. I don't know. And it is better. It wasn't my favorite part. That's all I'll say. Overall, this movie is excellent. You know, I've told you before, my history with movies. I was a very scared little boy, and I was scared of E.T. and Return of the Jedi. I was a little tiny boy in a movie theater. Loud noises and monsters and things just terrified me. But in hindsight, that's one of the things that like made me love movies. And so I feel now that I'm grown up, I'm like the guy who is scared of roller coasters, which by the way is also me, but then who grows up and like now really loves roller coasters, which is not really me. But with scary movies, I've come to really enjoy them. And this was a loud, big, manipulative, scary, crowd-pleasing movie that I really had a great time with. I don't know why I needed to tell you that. But here's what I'll say. Here's final verdict. If all we're going to get nowadays, okay, if all we're going to get is remixed, rehashes, reimaginings of properties that we already know, if all we're going to get is Lego sequels and reboots and things like this, let them be as good as Alien Romulus. Give them to interesting filmmakers like this and let them be this good. If that's all we're going to get. I don't love that this is kind of the pattern of Hollywood now, that a young, creative new filmmaker makes an original horror movie on a low budget with good ideas, and then they immediately get snatched up and, okay, make a Shining, make an Omen, make an Alien. I don't like that. I wish you should take them, give them an Alien budget and an Alien cast, and let them make what they want to make and give us some new stuff. I understand how the business works. I understand why they don't do that, but I wish that they would. So this movie is good fun. There is also, by the way, a little bit of like Prometheus stuff that creeps in, but it's so brief, and it's like, and by that I mean kind of like the Ridley Scott backstory stuff kind of comes in a little bit, but for the most part, this is just a thrill ride, very well paced, very well done. What a treat, what a good time at the movies. A lot of good, scary, fun stuff this year, a lot of weird stuff. So I'm recording another video alongside this about some shows that I streamed. I'm catching up way late on Prestige TV. You're welcome. And then I got some other treats and tricks and surprises coming up. So I'll talk to you again very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Josh out.